There was the big World Economic, the WEF, the World Economic Forum event last week. Here is video of Alibaba Group President J. Michael Evans, and he's going to hunt you people down.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Hey, you want an individual carbon footprint tracker so I can see what you're eating and how your health is? How was that? That was that same drug dealer guy, because it's the same thing. You get my point. These people want to track you and confuse you about your gender and make you think you're racist and get you hooked on heroin and lock you in the metaverse with something attached to your genitals, and you ain't ever gonna leave. But there's more. They also want to control what you're gonna say. Here's video of Australian eSafety Commissioner Julie Inman Grant talking about what they're going to have to do related to free speech, because you people keep saying what you're thinking.
We are finding ourselves in a place where we have increasing polarization everywhere, and everything feels binary when it doesn't need to be. So I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, you know, from freedom of speech to the freedom to, you know, to be free from online violence, or the right of data protection to the right to child dignity.
Guys, these are the elites, and you can't be making fun of them. They're better than you. And while they're eating steak, you will eat bugs. Don't you understand? While they fly private, you will be masked on a plane. They're better, and stop saying all that mean stuff about them. This is pretty beautiful. This is a journalist, an Australian journalist, Avi Yemini, who went up to New York Times deputy manager editor Rebecca Blumenstein at the World Economic Forum. She didn't want anything to do with it, but he had a microphone and he's a guy.
Rebecca, how are you doing from the New York Times? Can I ask you a quick question as Avi from Rebel News? How is the public meant to believe that the New York Times is here to actually ask the tough questions when you're here as an invited guest? How are people meant to rely on the mainstream media?
If you wouldn't mind, we're just having just if you could give us, you know, thank you.
You don't want to explain to people why we should trust the mainstream media? No? Of course, no comment. There we go. So that's the point here, is in Davos you have the mainstream media that are not here to report the truth. They are here as part of the event, invited guests with their white name tags.
Avi Yemini over at Rebel News, great work, brother. I mean, that's what it's all about. They invite the media to report on what they're doing. And then you wonder why they get glowing coverage. You wonder why it always turns out that the people at the World Economic Forum, their brother or their cousin or their wife or whatever ends up working at the New York Times or at Washington Post or at Forbes or Business Insider. It's all a big circle jerk. That's what it is, people. So good work, Avi. I like how, you can't just ask us that question. We're trying to have cappuccino. We're just trying to have a nice afternoon cappuccino. The point of all of this is, I feel this was very therapeutic for me. Like, I got a lot of the crap that was going on this week. These were things that were just sitting on us. We couldn't fit them into a show, but we were just waiting. And trust me, it's just a small amount of the stuff that just happens on each and every week. It's just, man, just wake up to it. And then once you see it, you just see it, you sit with it, you go, okay, they're bullshit artists. How can I live my best life? That's what you got to do.